Yo! It's Tuesday, the first of the month. Like Bone Thugs and Harmony once said, it's the first of the month. And that's time for you to put all those sins behind you. All those lost tickets, rip them up. It's a brighter day, and it's a new month, and it's another episode of Odd Takes. I am Jerry Bow at Jerry Bow Sports. I'm gonna pass it to the left-hand side like we do in every circle that I like to sit in. Passing it to my man Aaron Rabel at Aaron is Blitz on Twitter. What's happening?
What's up, brother? It's not only Tuesday. It's a Mardi Gras Tuesday, a.k.a. Fat Tuesday.
Ooh.
We kick off Lent tomorrow for everybody who's still a practicing Catholic.
Get it all out now.
Get whatever you're giving up for 40 days, you better get as much of it as you can tonight.
This is the confession hour. If you need to get out your sins and confess, we don't know who you are. You call that number 281-522-6336, and you can confess. Every confession might get you another bracket, at which point we will find out who you are. So, careful what you confessed. But what's going on? What's up to the odds?
Don't confess to any law breaking, as long as unless the statute of limitations is up. If the statute of limitations is up, then you can. But I don't want to hear any law breaking that cops are going to then call us and go, "Hey, we need that video evidence." I'm not about that life.
My man always, when team says Taco Tuesday, yep. If you saw the post on Twitter, and if you didn't, now you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Taco Tuesday. What does that mean? Yesterday you saw two brave contestants. Brave they were, but not winners. They tried to go through Aaron's gauntlet of trivia, and they were unsuccessful. And you too can get in on this. And today, for every question you get right, it's up to $10. I figure, hey, for $10, because I got to give up a few of them. So every question you get right is $2. If you get all 5 of them right, you get $10. At one point in all, I might let you risk it all or not. Say you only get to $4. I'm not trying to do a $4 transaction. I'm going to either let you risk that all for 4 and you get your 8 or something, or we're done talking. See what I'm saying? It's a builder here. But I'm going to buy tacos today. I don't know how much tacos, $3, $4 they're going for nowadays. Let me put a few tacos in you. I can't feed the whole family, damn it. I got to try to keep my producer, and I can't even get him happy yet. We got to get you guys to keep checking in. And you know how that happens? Like my man Aaron always tells you, go subscribe on Amazon right now. It don't cost you nothing, so don't lie. Don't be up in here lying saying, I don't even use Amazon. Quit lying. I'm gonna be a porch bandit. If you're not at Amazon, just wait. Next time that something's missing on your porch, report Aaron Rabel.
I know you're giving money to Daddy Bezos. I know Jeff Bezos has got your credit cards on file. He knows everything about you. He's got that Alexa sitting in your house right now.
Mm-hmm. Alexa, tell this fool to subscribe.
There you go.
She's like,
we're just gonna do this all day.
No, all right. No, let's get this thing going again though. If you want to get in on the trivia at any time, 281-522-6336. Let's see who the brave soul is. Let's see who's gonna be the first person to crack it. I want to see somebody get all 5. If you get all 5, that includes the bracket plus the Taco Tuesday. So you get all that. And if you don't know what the brackets are for, if you're new to this show and you're wondering what the hell is that Vegas trip that you posted about, I'm only here to win things. I don't even care what the hell you're talking about, man. Okay, that's cool. But we're going to be at the Flamingo on a Flamingo. Whoever wins the March Madness bracket contest this year, there's going to be one winner. There has to be a winner. Whoever has the best bracket is going to get a trip, the flight to Vegas, and the party pass to wherever party I throw in, whether it's at a pool party, whether it's at Circa. I don't know where I'm going to be next year. Hopefully I'm alive. And if I'm alive, then we're both going to make it there because you won. But all that aside, let's get into West Crook. I don't even know what to say about this guy no more. Twitter's not going to let him make it. And as of late, we saw the Lakers once again get smoked in the game to where they were down by 30 at one point. And just look at these few highlights and tell me that Westbrook even cares about the game of basketball anymore.
I've been, so, blessed to be with the group every day and working with them, and so many people.
He just don't care.
Excited to be a part of that team. Joe is doing
One of the worst passes ever. Ever. Let's rewind just to the pass. Just to the pass. Watch this dribble up.
This fool.
He's going to drive, and then he's just going to whoop.
Where was
That
he
was
going?
an underhand, like under the arm, just like, here you go.
Show him more, Aaron. He just doesn't care. What is he doing here?
Again, just throw it straight to him. Watch him right there.
Look.
Oh, yeah. There's 3 defenders right there standing in front of you. You're just going to.
That wasn't the same.
He threw that right.
That wasn't the same guy that was playing in OKC trying to get a triple-double every game. You remember that guy?
This guy's going for triple doubles with turnovers.
Yeah, he had 7 turnovers, and this is him in the huddle. Look at him. Still clapping. Doug, y'all down by 30 at one point. 30. And he's clapping. And then on top of that, look how he ends the game. West Crook. Waving after that performance? Dog.
He makes sure Lakers fans know. He feels the love.
This boy's got a big-ass smile on his face and waving. Bruh, like the kids say, bruh. What the hell is going on with Westbrook? And you're telling me that there's no truth to LeBron and them being pissed off because they can. Now, I don't know what they're thinking they're getting in John Wall, but at this point, it's like, I just don't even want this girlfriend. Just somebody take her. You call your brothers up. You call your brother's friends. Does anybody want a girlfriend? Take her off my hands. That's what LeBron's trying to do right now. He made a mistake. He brought Westbrook over thinking he was the key piece. He thought that he was a big 3. A big 3? He's a minus. Have you ever seen a big 3 have a minus? They went from 2 to 1, and you're like, damn, the big 3 is a -1?
This is really weird because everybody looks back at that, KD, Russ, James Harden team in OKC and said, oh, shout out to CR4GG?
Shout
CR4
out,
Craig.
shout out. Thanks for following.
I don't know. Shout out. Thanks for following us on Twitch. But people look at those 3 and they go, man, look at what superstars became. Think if they would have stayed together, how many titles they would have won. Well, look at the 3 of them. How many titles do they have between the 3 of them?
I don't think this is ever going to work out. And it's LeBron. I think it's GM LeBron. You know how he gets in that LeBron GM mode. And they didn't, don't get me wrong. He did get a little something in Miami, but you thought, remember that video? How many we're going to get? 4, 5. Bosch is over there with a big ass Kool-Aid smile. 6. Wade's over there with the crowd. 7. Can we get 7 titles? Is that what y'all want to see? Well, that didn't work out. And then now you get old LeBron, which don't get me wrong, for a while there this season, some were saying, man, he could be an MVP. But then he can't stay healthy for the entire season. Anthony Davis, we knew was made out of glass. And then we wish Westbrook was made out of glass so he would just break into pieces. That's where you are right now with the Lakers, a team that's probably going to have to fight to try to even get the 8 seed, the play-in game. Think of that. They're going to have to fight to get into a play-in game.
And I saw somebody, I don't remember, I wish I would have saved it on Twitter, because somebody on Twitter was out there being Captain LeBron defender. Oh, well, you say LeBron's supposed to be carrying a team. He's 37 years old. He should never have to carry a team at 37. No superstars had to carry a team at 37. Fine. You want to make that argument? We can go down that path. But remember, LeBron said, I want to be a Laker because I want to bring them a title. I want to be a Laker because I want to carry this team. This is what LeBron wanted to do. Father Time is undefeated. Father Time is starting to come for LeBron. Is he a great player? Is he still the best player on that team? Yes. Can he put a team on his back like he could in his Cleveland days? No. But when that happens, he needs to understand that, hey, you got to put the right pieces around him. You can't just bring in his buddies. You can't bring in guys that, he's always put up really solid numbers on his own. You can't do that. You can't put him out there with a guy who goes out to the county park and hoops up and just drops 50 on, game after game after game. You can't do that anymore. You got to have guys who are going to carry and shoulder the load, and they're not doing that. And Russell Westbrook has never been that guy. He's not going to be that guy. LeBron was dumb for thinking he would be.
T. McCown asked, do we think that Bron's going to make it long enough for Bronny? He just had that statement around All-Star break that's saying that he was. But then you ask yourself, what is a team going to have to do to make that happen? They're going to have to, get, unless they're already bad and they got the equity to be able to be up there to get Bronny, there's a lot of pieces that have to fit. Can they get LeBron there? And then right when that conversation came up, the Oklahoma City Thunder came into play because you know that they've off from the moment they off Westbrook. Remember the Chris Paul stuff, just a lot of different things that they had to off, and they got plethora. They got a bag of picks coming up for the next 4 years, just bags of them. And they supposedly could be able to come to the package and say something like, hey, we'll give you 3 now, 2 this year, and 2 another somewhere just to make it happen. But do you really want that to happen just because Bronny and LeBron hook up doesn't mean that's going to bring a title. And if you somehow pull those 2 off, what are you going to be able to have around them to make pieces? Now, LeBron said at that point it's not going to be around about the money. So LeBron's going to play for basically free. He's basically made that statement. He said, hey, it's not about the money at that point. I got the money. I got the accolades. Like, I just want to play with them. So he basically told the team, I'm going to play for nickels. That means you'll have the equity that you would use in me to go make my son happen. So make it happen.
I mean, as of right now, LeBron James Jr., Bronny, whatever you want to call him, he's not eligible to be drafted until 2024. That's 2 years from now. That puts LeBron at 39. So, yeah, number one, one of the best players ever. Probably the best player ever. We're not going to go down the rabbit hole of Bron versus Jordan versus Magic. But, we're not going down that. One of the best players to ever lay his feet on a basketball court. He's not going to be the best player in the NBA at 39 years old. He's not going to be the best player on, I'll say, all but maybe 2 teams when he's 39 years old. There will be 2 shithole teams, Kings, where he could go and be the best player. And even then, I don't have 100% faith in that. But at 39 years old, he's not going to be the best player. So, yeah, he doesn't deserve to demand LeBron money at 39 years old. If you want to play for your son, guess what? You're playing for nickels and dimes.
39-year-old LeBron isn't equivalent to 39, 40, 41 Brady. It's just not. You saw Brady go out on a season high. And I'm not saying LeBron didn't have his moments this season. For a while there, he was getting it on. But for the longevity of things, and now he has to sit out a lot of games, and it's just the up and down season. And not only that, but look how bad they are mentally, and look what a fan caught from the stands. And you tell me that this is the Lakers and the LeBron that you want to be having. Check this video out, and he's out of it. This is them being just pissed off. Listen closely.
Number 8, Nazir Marshall to the 11 flag.
Hey, Brian, you got this, Brian. Kick him out.
What do you know about basketball? He said.
Kick him out, Brian. Kick him out.
And they're like, now Trevor Ariza, these boys are mad. The Lake Show is mad. Boys are mad. You see this?
Don't you understand? They're the Lakers. They're the Lakers. The Lakers win Oh, no, they don't anymore. The Lakers are not what that brand that has been built by Dr. Buss all those years is anymore. It is on a downward spiral, and I don't know if Jeannie Buss is going to be able to hire the right people. I don't know if Rob Pelinka is the guy who's going to be there to do it. I don't know how much longer he's going to be in LA. This franchise, everything has a life and a death. Everything in this world. There's not one thing that goes on forever. Everything has a life and death. We might be now seeing the downturn of the Lakers. And they've always been able, every time somebody says, oh, this is the downturn of the Lakers, this is the downturn of the Yankees, they somehow always had kicked it back up and outspent everybody and everything like that. We might be going into the dark days for the Lakers and dark days for the Yankees. I mean, Cowboys fans have been in dark days. Guess what? Who else are they going to, like, all those 30,000 fans that wear, you've seen them driving around. He's got the Lakers emblem. He's got the Cowboy emblem. He's got the Yankee emblem. He's got a Duke emblem. That dude's going to be real out of luck if we're going into dark times.
It's like, what happened? Shout out, Big Yo to everyone. Always one team. Jefecito checking in off day today. My man said he broke records today or this month selling cars. He's over in like I think Arkansas or Alabama, either one of those, something over there. But my man breaking records. Shout out to Jefecito. Keep hustling. Alex Villanueva's in the house. Who else? We got Aggie Milkman checking in as always. Pookie, always late but never on time. Sometimes on time but never late. That's the way they're going to put it on my grave. I'm with you. Tiz Ants in the house. At 39, he said he would still be the best player on the Rockets. Talking about LeBron. Alan Denson, what up, Odd Squad? Good Tuesday to everyone. Good Tuesday to you, my friend. And T McCown, once again, have the Lakers not been in the dark days? What's the last time they were favorites? Now, that's a two-part question because, yeah, both of those are true. As far as they have been in the dark days, but for whatever reason, they've still been the favorites betting-wise, and that's what's so crazy to tell you that just because the odds are set some way, if you looked at the beginning of the year last year and every year since they've had with Davis, they've been a top 3 team as far as odds is to win it all, even when they don't have a chance to win it all, and plus 350 at one point when they got Davis, plus 400. Whenever they got Westbrook, instead of at like plus 10 to 1, it was like go down to 8 to 1. How the hell did they get better when they got Westbrook? If anything, they got worse, right? But that just goes to tell you, be careful how you read the odds, because it's not just necessarily how the things are going to play out. It's how the money, the books know that the money's going to come on the Lakers. So they're like, oh, yeah, come on in. Come on in. We'll even give you free comp meals. You see how the casinos are. They don't give you comp meals and everything because you're winning and kicking their ass. You getting those comp meals. At one point, you ever thought about it when you lose your money? You were like, you know what? At least I won a meal or something, right? And you go find out you did win a meal, and you figure, hey, at least I got something out of lose getting my ass kicked on blackjack and roulette. You've all felt that. Don't tell me you haven't. I know I have.
Yeah, and to I guess not clap back, but to Dan saying, he'd be the best player on the Rockets at 39 years old. As of right now, yes. I'm not going to argue that. But we don't know what 2 years down the line has. We don't know what Jalen Green might evolve into. We don't know what kind of moves they're going to make. I mean, they're going to have another high draft pick right now. Plus, I think the Nets lose one more game, and the Rockets are guaranteed the 15th overall pick. Now, you need them to stay in that window, because if they fall into the lottery, then the Rockets are screwed. They don't get that pick. But the Rockets have already said, hey, yes, we want to trade for draft picks, but eventually we're going to send a bunch of these picks out. We want to start bringing in guys who are proven commodities, guys we know can play again. I don't know, 2 years from now, they're not going to have a superstar on there who's going to be in his late 20s, early 30s, who could carry a team better than LeBron can at 39 years old. I'm not willing to make that bet.
Would you make that bet? 281-522-6336. Would you make that bet on LeBron right now and hooking him up with Bronny, and then that's the direction you want to take for 1 year? And who knows if even LeBron's going to be there if they make a run. If he's not even there, Bronny's playing by. It's just a disaster if you want to take that. It's a PR move that you're trying to risk. Let's keep moving along, though, to what were they thinking? What were they thinking? And, again, what are you thinking just sitting there when you can win Taco Tuesday for calling in the show? It's real fun games to sit up in the Twitch. You're that kid when everyone breaks a fight, you're in the back. Hit him. No, you need to get in a fight. You need to fight for the Taco Tuesday. You need to fight for an extra bracket. Because if you get that extra bracket, that's one extra chance to get to Vegas for free. And sit up, like I said, I'm going to be at a pool somewhere, drinking something. Whatever it is that you like to drink, we're going to be drinking. We're going to be sitting there, but we're going to be gambling. You're going to I feel like I died and went to heaven. This is it. What else is there for me to do? That's exactly what you're going to feel like. And now you could do that by winning more brackets. What were they thinking?
What were you thinking?
281-522-6336. Let's start with, Faker Mayfield. The Browns, I like how they worded this, saying that they're going to stick with Baker Mayfield as the QB1. Okay, cool. That's not the question, though. Are you going to extend his ass is what the question is. And they're not talking about anything about extension. Now he's on that last year option where they still got to pay him a hefty sum, but they don't have to pay him the actual extension because he's trying to get that Lamar money. He's trying to get job security. He's trying to say, hey, I'm right around that little area of people getting paid, paying me. Will the Browns extend him? What are they thinking right now by not extending him, but naming him, yeah, we're going to stick with him this year?
I mean, they're asking for trouble right now because you can't sit there and quarterbacks do this better than anybody. Cool. You say I'm the man, you're going to pay me like I'm the man. We're seeing it from Kyler Murray already. Kyler Murray's still got time left on his rookie deal. You say I'm the man, look at everything I've done. You're going to pay me like I'm the man. Quarterbacks love doing this. You just literally said, well, for at least one more year, he's the man. And unless he is going to, I guarantee he's not going to go, yeah, this is a prove it year for me. I'm going to prove that I'm the man. No, if you want to take that 1 year leap of faith with him, Browns, if I'm his agent, I'm calling and saying, cool, let's void the final year of his deal. We'll sign a 1 year deal, $45 million. 1 year. You want to do it? You want to just stick by him for 1 year? Or do you want to pay him $42 million over the next 6 years?
I don't want to pay him anything.
But
Not even
by
respect.
saying, if you're the GM saying he's our guy for the next year, you're putting the ball in his court to do what he wants.
Yeah, I think
You're giving him huge
they know he's
leverage.
gonna fail. I think they know he's gonna fail, and right now they're not in a predicament. Like, that car's gonna die right now. You got a hoop that you woke up today and you had to put that radiator's just messing up, but instead you just pull out more fluid and put it in there, and you just get to point A to point B. But at point B, you got to put more fluid because that thing's leaking, and it's a matter of time. But you say, you know what? I'm gonna give Lucille, whatever you call it, I'm gonna give Lucille one more ride for a year. Just risking it, knowing that Lucille could. If you fix that and then she starts treating you, said, hold up, now I'm going to keep this car for a little bit more. I'm not keeping Baker. I'm not paying Baker anything after this year. I wouldn't even want to keep him at this 5th year. This is a 5th year option that he's still getting over $15 million. I believe it's like $18 million. I don't even believe that's just because they don't know what they're going to do right now. But you're right. What if he goes out there and has a big year? I don't think he's going to have it, but what if he did? So it'd be like, all right, let him walk, though. At that point, you can let him walk, though, and someone else's problem.
Yeah. And I mean, this is the thing, is that if you're his agent, I'm going to say it's like a hybrid Kirk Cousins thing, because Kirk Cousins took short, big money deals, took franchise deals over and over, and he's got a good amount of money. Now he's in Minnesota, and everybody goes, wait, what the hell are we paying for? His agent could easily go, hey, you want to give him 1 year? Cool. Give him a lot of money for 1 year, and we'll see what it is. But 15, after you just said you're committed to him for 1 year, we're going to have to up this price tag. Either up the price tag or up the length of a contract. But for what you're paying him, no. I don't see that, fam.
Speaking of
What were you thinking?
price tags, money Mitch Trubisky? Because supposedly, according to Jordan Schultz, credit him at Schultz_report, Mitch Trubisky's drawing lots of free agent buzz. Several teams, including Commanders, Steelers, damn, and the Saints, are all interested in the former number 2 pick. Sources say Trubisky is still just 27. Man, that motherfucker's 27 in the body of a 38-year-old, mentally and physically. He's been through some things. And several execs say that Mitch is viewed as a starting quarterback right now. What starting execs?
What were you thinking?
It better.
The execs who want him starting for the other team. The execs that want him in their division and going, hey.
That guy's a starting quarterback for your.
Exactly. I mean, I guarantee, Bruce Arians, what's his name? Jason Licht, they're going, yeah, Saints. He's a starting quarterback. We'd love to see him running your team twice a year.
Do you want Mitch Trubisky? Like, no matter what your quarterback situation is right now, like, you can't tell me no matter what your situation is right now, you're like, yeah, I'll take Mitch Trubisky. I mean, what, over Goff maybe? I still don't know if I'd take him over that Goff.
God, no.
See what I'm saying? Like, start naming just the worst of the worst right now, starting quarterbacks, and you ask yourself, I wouldn't take him over anyone. Started quarterback for the XFL. I don't even want him in the XFL.
That'd be interesting to see him in the USFL or the XFL.
I could see him but supposedly there's a market for him.
Yep.
You see it right here. I'm not making this up. Nah, what are they thinking? Let's keep moving. What are they thinking? 281-522-6336. If you want to get in, I'm telling you, hit this trivia up. Why even hire Art Browse? The short and abrupt coaching career at Grambling comes to an abrupt end because he's gone. They announced that Art Briles was going to come on to that staff at Grambling, and then all of a sudden, I guess the backlash was too much. Art Briles out. What are they thinking even? Who's giving it? I saw he was coaching at a high school.
He was, and that was the thing, is that when he had his disaster and everybody found out who he actually is and the kind of ship he ran at Baylor, he was run out of the game. And at the time, a lot of people, myself included, were celebrating and said, good, get him out. He doesn't deserve to be around young men. He doesn't deserve to be around this game. This is a privilege. You're making millions of dollars. That is a privilege of a job to have. You're lucky you aren't cracking rocks out with a freaking ankle bracelet around you right now for all the shit he pulled. And then all of a sudden, a high school hires him. And that was
What were you thinking?
he couldn't handle 18, 19, 20-year-olds. You're going to put him in charge of younger teenagers at a high school? And then, of course, Hugh Jackson gets hired at Grambling. They expect him to come in and try to turn it around and everything. And he goes out and hires him. Hugh Jackson's made some dumb moves. Look at most of his Browns career. But this had to be the dumbest move he ever did. This was on par with Urban Meyer hiring Jack Doyle. Urban Meyer brought in, was it Jack Doyle? Jack Doyle is his name, right? Dude from Iowa who was accused of being racist.
Yeah. Okay.
So hiring him as their strength coach when everybody said, oh, well, he's a racist. Hugh Jackson going out and getting a dude who condoned and spent time and his authority to cover up rape on the Baylor campus as your new offensive coordinator. That might be the dumbest move in Hugh Jackson's career ever.
Like, you can't.
What were you thinking?
You can't even. I don't even know how he got that job at a high school, much less getting back to Grambling. But a lot has to do with Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson went out, we believe, through the hiring of Coach Briles and well-developed programs we have in place. Quote, this hire will be instrumental in teaching others the importance of knowing how to prevent victimization, proper reporting procedures, provide adequate resources to individuals who have been victimized, and develop strong law enforcement partnerships within the community. My goodness. That's what he said at the conference when they hired him. What? What were they thinking?
I mean, and this is the thing.
What were you thinking?
If Art Briles had shown some actual remorse, real remorse, admitted, yeah, this happened, and he's not going to admit to actual federal crimes because statute of limitations, he's not going to go sign his own death warrant to go to prison. But I haven't seen any actual remorse for him. I haven't seen anything that shows that he thinks, that he acknowledges what he did at Baylor was wrong. Not only wrong, evil.
Remember, he didn't.
Evil.
It was bad.
Imagine, and everybody goes, oh, that's not that big of a deal. Really? Imagine it was your little sister. I've got two of them. I watched them go off to college. If I would have found out something like that would have happened, that program would have been shut down immediately because there wouldn't be anybody left alive on that team to play.
In the words of the Terminator, game over. Let's get to the next one. What were the hell are they thinking hiring Briles, hiring and firing them? What do we got here? Is this motivation? We talked about the Lakers earlier, and during the TV break, check this out. Head coach.
Pretend we're down 15 right here. Okay.
Play it again. Pretend we're
down 15 right here. Okay.
At this point in time, they were down 30. And the motivation that he found at that point was to say, let's just pretend we're down 15. You've heard the term, the phrase, one basket at a time. You've heard that. One run at a time. But, all right, guys, let's just pretend we're down 15. Everyone looks at the
15.
score.
Everybody just, score 500 instant threes, and we're still halfway out of this hole that we've dug.
Roll the tape. Pretend we're down 15. And that's what we talked about earlier. Here goes the beef again. When this happened. They said right after that happened, pretty much this is where the Lakers are.
Hey, Brian, you got this. Brian, kick him out.
What do you know about basketball? You see the ball go in and you see the ball go out. Let's see. Earlier, this is the Lakers. I wanted to play that again. This is where we are, the Lakers. And, what are they thinking? What are they thinking at this point? If the coach is telling you that, these are grown-ass men. All right, you're down 30. All right, let's pretend we're down 15. The hell?
What were you thinking?
Let's move along. What the hell is the Lakers organization thinking, and what the hell are they going to do? 1 month delay. Go ahead and let the people know what the latest update is according to this.
So this was per Jeff Passan last night or yesterday. During negotiations, the negotiations are back to ongoing. They stayed up until 1:30 in the morning. Owners and representatives from MLBPA working on, getting a deal done. The whole thing was, the deadline was, if they didn't finish something last night, game 162, gone. We're going to just start counting down day by day, 162, 161, until we get a deal done. Then they decided, you know what, we're close. Let's meet back in a couple. Let's everybody go home, or let's everybody go back to our hotels, eat some shrimp, eat some caviar, get some sleep, wake up, eat some lobster and some steak and eggs, and then we'll meet back here and we'll hit the grindstone again. But yesterday in the afternoon, interesting came out that MLB owners had said, you guys want to miss a month of the season? Because again, remember, players don't get paid for preseason or for spring training. They don't get paid until they set up the foot on the field in the regular season. Now, while owners are losing money, owners have assets. They have things that are going to make them money. None of these guys are going to miss a meal if they lose half the season. None of these owners. None of them are going to have, repo guys coming to take away their car if they miss half a season. Players, some of these players are going to need that money. Some of the 24th, 25th guys on the roster, some of the guys who are sitting there waiting to come back from rehab after having surgery are going to need that money and need that paycheck. And the owners apparently said yesterday during negotiations, do you guys want to call it off for a month? Keep going. And this was like your dad threatening you when you were a kid. I will turn this car around. We're like an hour into a 10-hour road trip, and you booked 7 days in a hotel. I will turn this car around. You know what? I'll cancel the whole damn trip. That's what MLB owners were doing yesterday. You want to keep pushing me? Fine. Whole month off. We're not doing it.
I'll stop this whole damn thing for a month. And no one says anything, like, all right, do it then. But then, okay, like, just think about someone like Altuve, for example. Jose Altuve, for example. $26 million this season. So he's going to lose about $139,000 a day. Verlander signed that 2-year $50 million. He's in line to lose about $134 a day. Max Scherzer with that big ass deal that they made as of late, $233. And one that's not going to hurt your feelings that much, someone like Garrett Cole, $193,000 a day. $193,000 a day. Right now, you're at your job listening to us, having to do whatever it is that you're doing, and you're thinking, man, hopefully I make it to X amount, whatever it is that you make it. Imagine these fools. This fool is making $193,000 a day. $193,000 a day.
That's more than every job I've ever had combined.
You see what I'm saying? These boys are making that kind of cheese, and that's the kind of cheese that is at stake right now. But at this point, threats, I'm not sure what are they thinking. They tried the threat of, I'll take this whole damn thing away for a month, and no one's still budging. I don't know what they're
Whatever it was, it didn't work, luckily, because I think we're getting closer and closer to a deal. Chuck D asked, what are the odds baseball doesn't happen this year? I'll put them at probably 5%. I think we are getting baseball at some point. But like I said last week, it would not surprise me if it's June 1st and we're just now seeing a real baseball game, not a spring training game, a real baseball game June 1st.
What do you guys think? How long is it going to be before we see baseball?
What were you thinking?
281-522-6336. And the last one before we get to break, Air DeAndre Jordan. If you check this out, hit that video. Check this out. This was his last game as a Laker, his last play as a Laker.
Anthony can't hold the rebound.
Jordan.
Pesky, but Jordan comes up.
Jordan.
Oh, wow. Hey, now.
Too high, too high.
Thought the fans deserved a souvenir after this.
They don't want a souvenir from
My
this
bad.
game.
Hey, guys, my bad.
Yeah, ain't nobody. Usually when it's like, is it my bad or your bad? It's usually like on a play where you just let them know, no, that was my bad, bro. Dog. Everybody in that place and their little brothers knew that it was your bad. Here goes the next tweet right after that. The very next day, he's been released. Damn it. That's a bad way to go out. You remember DeAndre Jordan at one point was supposed to be all right when he had the paw, but they could never make it work with him and Griffin all together. They never made that experiment quite work out. But for a while there, he was a pick and roll monster. Many were comparing the Clint Capella to hopefully be like DeAndre Jordan one day on the pick and roll and be able to get to the basket and just mash. One thing, he was always terrible at free throws. And now he's just terrible at passing as well.
What were you thinking? What were you thinking?
And that was this week's What Were You Thinking? And what are you thinking right now? You're thinking, man, what the hell are y'all doing? I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about those marbles. You want to put those marbles in your vein. You're about to freebase a little marbles. And that's coming up next. This is All It Takes.
Eager, Chuck D. All right, let me get this marbles game set up, then I'll let you guys jump in and grab them. Grab yours, not mine. Don't grab my marble. Y'all are just chomping at the... First place and last place actually are getting extra brackets, I decided today. Screw second place. If you ain't first, you're last. So first place and last place are getting them. Right, get this race set up. All right, exclamation point play in the chat. Get you a marble. Let's get this race set up. I'm giving you 90 seconds. 90 seconds to get it in there. You know what? I'm gonna race y'all's asses too. And if I come in first or last, well, then nobody gets anything. Y'all don't win shit for the day. It's all me. If I beat y'all or I come in dead last, that means that nobody wins anything for the day, including trivia. You can kiss my ass. No, I'll probably just pick a name randomly out of a hat. All right, 30 seconds. You want to do it? Exclamation point play in the chat. I'm not in a bad mood, Virginia Buttonweed. I'm in a great mood. I'm excited to be here with y'all today. I got my magic book of winners. Y'all can't see it right now because I'm not on camera, but I'll show you my magic book of winners. Ready to write down some people's names in here. All right, let's do it. And everybody's going through this gigantic Plinko board of death and down through the bottom. We got Biggie up in first, Alex Villanueva in second, Pelly Rat in third, Joel Hernandez in fourth. Everybody rolling through. Oh, it's like in the solar system. Look at that. You're rolling around the rings of Saturn. Biggie's still out in first. Hey, I'm in ninth place. Y'all better hope I stay in ninth place and not last place. Ooh, here come the golf tees. Let's see if they slow down Biggie. They do, and Alex Villanueva flying through them. Pelly Rod out there. JG, Jefecito not too far behind. Tiz Ants out there. Ooh, there goes Pelly Rat. Bye-bye, Pelly Rat. I guess that means I can't come in last place. Unless I already fell off and I missed it. Let's see. Jefecito in second. We got Virginia Buttonweed in third. Everybody's just rolling on through. My marble that far behind? JG's back out in first. B. Hannon's not far behind him. This is a steep hill. You're going to be lucky if you don't fall off there, JG. Chris Reyes isn't far behind. Man, Chris Reyes has had some good luck the last few races. Let's see if we can catch JG or Fefecito run him down, or Alex. Yeah, this is a lot like the Master Blaster. You just keep climbing before you fall off. Uh-oh. Oh, is JG going to make it? Ooh, and he makes it in. Chris Reyes is flying through the air. Fefecito, Alex Villanueva, Aggie Milkman, everybody's through there. Ooh, Chris Reyes took over and took first. Commanding lead now. Alex Villanueva not too far behind him, though. You got Chris, you got Alex, you got Jefecito, you got JG. Everybody battling it out for that first place. Looks like Chris Reyes is losing a little bit of steam. Everybody is on this little long stretch. Ooh, Chris almost went over the edge on that little bump. He got lucky there. JG's back in second, Forms in third. More fearless leader Jerry Bo Knows out there in 8th place. Ooh, Chris just barely missed that one. Woo, he's getting lucky on this. Hits the bump, rolls through. Oh, JG's gone. I'm in 10th place. Oh, there goes Chris Reyes. Damn. That'll put Tizance back in first. Fefecito in second. Hey, look at that. I'm in 7th, so I didn't get last place. Y'all just better pray I don't come out of nowhere or everybody else doesn't fall off. Oh, I'm climbing in 4th. Oh, here I'm back there. I'm going to ruin y'all's day. Ooh, Tizance is right there. Does he get it? He does. Good job, Tizance. You get the win. Once we get all the other balls in the pot, then we'll find out who's in dead last. It's obviously not me. And it's definitely not Jerry. Good job, Tizance. You get an extra bracket, and Biggie gets an extra bracket. Biggie was leading right off the bat, ended up falling off earliest. All right, guys, we'll be back in a minute.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Another winner, another day, another race, another dollar, another winner. And if you see in my Twitter right now, and even if you don't follow me, I just up the stakes. First person to call in today. And if they can, what are we going to do? 4 out of the 5, $20 at Cash App giveaway. $20 US dollars. Not pesos, 20 US dollars. Right now, if you can call in 281-522-6336, and if you can conquer the gauntlet of trivia that Aaron has. Again, call in, and if you stick to after the show, you'll have another chance to win another bracket to get into the March Madness. The March Madness is for the Vegas giveaway if you don't know what already is going on. Thanks for hanging out. Shout out to everyone, even Biggie. Biggie started off tough, and he ended in an abrupt way, kind of like Sylvester Stallone. And as of now, Sylvester Stallone took to the interwebs to say basically something that maybe we've never thought about, but once he threw up the discussion of who would win in a fight to the death, Rocky or Rambo. Who you guys think? Rocky or Rambo? 1 for Rocky, 2 for Rambo in a fight to the death. 2 for Rambo, 1 for Rocky. Twitch, what do you guys think?
It's Rambo. It's got to be Rambo. And it's not even because this is the thing, because when I was reading the article and when I saw what he was saying, he wasn't saying like a boxing match. He wasn't saying a cage fight. He said a fight to the death. What does Rambo have on him at all times? His knife.
Ooh.
That knife is coming out.
We're talking about weapons too?
I mean, that's what Rambo does. Not to mention the fact that, you ever see when he snaps necks and stuff? Come on. Rambo's going to win that. I got Rambo over Rocky all day. Not to mention Rocky's brains are already scrambled because he's been beaten to a pulp anyways.
This is what Stallone said. Check this out. If it's 2 men meeting in a street and going at each other with no rules, I believe the outcome would be if the fighters were to remain upright, Rocky would prevail. His body punches and right hooks would eventually beat Rambo. If the fight goes to the ground, and who knows better than Sylvester Stallone? Cliffhanger, huh? Rambo will prevail in a bloody, brutal fight to the end. Rethinking this scenario, I believe that upon initial contact, since they will not be in the rain but fighting outside, basically a street fight, that Rocky will land the first 5 or 6 blows. If that does not incapacitate Rambo, which I don't think he will unless he's caught clean, Rambo's skill set will definitely be in full display, which means, incredibly, he's taking Rambo.
That's the right thing to do. That's what the world would take. Period. There is no question.
What the hell was he on? Peyote?
I mean, if you gotta, hey, it's something to post. I've tweeted out dumb shit before.
2? Damn, everybody on 2s, not 1? What?
It's not gonna happen. I mean, I'm telling you, you'd be dumb to take Rocky over Rambo in a fight.
What? Not even just one? Not even for just one hard knucklehead out there? There's always that one guy. Everyone's just a Rambo. Rambo's going to pull out that. Remember, Rambo had those Rambo knives. Just it's over. And if Sylvester Stallone said so, who knows better than the man himself?
I mean, that's. Now, would I want to see let's see, Rambo versus maybe John Wick? That'd be interesting. Or a
Rambo versus Delta Force Chuck Norris.
That would be interesting. I mean, Chuck Norris is undefeated. That's the whole point.
Rambo versus
what's his name?
Jean-Claude Van Damme. Old school
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good one.
Van Damme will take the knife away. Bow. And his girl. He'll
Transporter Jason Statham versus Rambo.
Hey.
That's a good one.
How about Blade? Wesley.
But so Rambo full weapons, Blade full weapons.
All right, okay. So we established that Rambo would whoop Rocky. So who's whooping Rambo out of these movie? You could throw in show. It's got to be somebody that comes with it, like Blade.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Oh man.
He said he would lay minus 140 on Rambo. Nah, Rambo's going to be in the 300s. At least.
That's if you're getting
We've
those odds,
established that.
you have juiced that. You have juiced those odds in your favor, and that's not real. If we're going to Vegas and we're doing Rocky versus Rambo, Rambo's a 300, 350 minimum favorite.
No, always when team took it to Bruce Lee, ain't nobody messing with Bruce.
No.
I think Bruce is one of those guys you just don't even throw him in here. Like when Bruce was just on another level, dragging Liam. Who'd he say?
Liam Neeson from Taken. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Rocky had issues with Drago. Like, come on.
Drago was something.
Exactly. But still, he wasn't Rambo. Oh, Drago versus Rambo. Who you got?
Rambo's
Exactly.
over anybody. I got Rambo just probably against a lot of people. Rambo was out there shooting, cutting,
snapping necks, cashing checks.
He was in the jungle out there. You remember Rambo made you feel some type of way. When you watched those movies, you knew it was way ahead of its time. When you would watch that or when you would watch Indiana Jones, it was like way ahead of its time. When you would put it in an Indiana Jones movie, you'd look and you'd just be like, man, you thought you were like watching something that was from the future. Indiana Jones. I went back the other day and it was on TV and I looked at this and I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? What the hell's going on?
Now, so we'll get off the Rambo thing. What about, let's say Transporter Jason Statham versus Jason Bourne. Who you going with?
Bourne.
Jason Bourne?
It said Rambo versus Mr. T.
Oh, Mr. T's getting his ass whooped.
Real quick.
You can call Reverend Jesse and out. Like, he's getting his ass whooped by Rambo. Not even close.
On a lighter note, but not really, because this is real life. Did you guys see what happened to MMA star Cain Velasquez? Arrested in Morgan Hill shooting. Cain Velasquez is in jail on what they haven't said no details, but it's suspected attempted murder. Somebody was shot, and that boy Cain is in jail. Cain Velasquez is in jail. He was arrested. I didn't even know what to make of this. Right when I clicked it, I'm like, what the hell happened? And then when you really look into it, I mean, it looks like someone was shot, and it might have been him that blasted somebody. Attempted murder. So I'm guessing, obviously, the person didn't die because then it would have been murder already, or, I guess they would be looking to charge him. But crazy, right? That's not what I expected to hear.
Cain, step away from the car.
I mean, this is insane. He's one of the baddest dudes on the planet. Have you ever stood next to him?
They call him cocaine.
He's a monster though. He's a freaking brick shithouse. He's huge. Now he's short. I'll give him that. And he's shorter than me.
If we don't remember what he did to Brock Lesnar, you remember that?
But like, what do you need to shoot somebody for? You're Cain Velasquez. Like, now I can understand it because the one time I'll tell this story. I don't think I've ever told this story on air before. The one time I met Cain Velasquez, it was actually down here. There's a place called Nutrition Depot down here in Nassau. I was living in Cyprus at the time. They had a big expo, and they were doing all kinds of stuff. And you could meet with like IFBB pro bodybuilders and who was it? God, there was supposed to be a fighter there. There was supposed to be not Chuck Liddell. Oh, who was it? It was supposed to be another UFC fighter. Just this is like 2 or 3 seasons off of him being a coach on Ultimate
Hughes?
Fighter. No. Maybe was it Forrest Griffin? It might have been Forrest Griffin who was coming in, or
Let's
somebody. I
pretend
don't
it's
remember.
Forrest.
Yeah, let's just say it was. I don't even remember if he coached on Ultimate Fighter, but he was supposed to be there signing autographs. I got down there because I was a big fan at the time. I guess if it was Forrest Griffin, I don't even fucking remember anymore. I mean, this is what, 15 years ago. And he can't be there. He had some stuff come up with his family. So they flew Kane in to do the appearance and everything like that. And Kane's heavyweight. At that time, I had just gone through a heavy workout cycle. I had just gone through my like testosterone running like a fool, 21 years old. I'll run through a brick wall if I want to, just to prove to a woman I could. And I showed up to this workout expo, and I wasn't ever a big guy. Like I'm a good sized guy. I'm 6'1". I'm now 215. At the time I was 205. I was solid. I was working out with guys who were football players. I was working out with guys who were 6'3", 6'4", 255 solid muscle. And I was trying to do what they were doing, and I was trying to lift what they were lifting. My body's not meant to do that, but I still put on some good solid muscle. So he's out there taking pictures and stuff. I was like, hey man, can we get a side-by-side just standing next to each other? I'm like, yeah, cool. So he comes out, and this is how old this was. I had a flip phone. I had a flip phone camera, and I handed it to the guy behind me. I was like, hey man, will you take a picture for me? I appreciate it. So we stand next to each other, and I don't know what it was, but he looked at me up and down, and he noticed I was taller. And out of the corner of my eye, I see him take that deep breath so he could swell up. You know, like when you do it, like when you're taking a picture for the gram or something like that, you got a family picture and you got to look like you ain't eaten so much lately. He, big deep breath, tighten up all those muscles. Let me get my shoulder muscles in it.
He needs
let's
his
do
chest
it.
to read that brown pride.
I still have that
has.
picture somewhere. And he's sitting there and he is flexing on me. And I look at him and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna be back down. So I did the same thing. Then he did it again. We take the picture, and at this time his English was still a little bit rough. And I was like, bro, you know you're Cain Velasquez, right? And he goes, Gumi. I was like, you're Cain Velasquez. You're a bad motherfucker. You're trying to swell up on me. I ain't like, what do you think? I'm gonna try to outflex you? Dude, I'm a big fan. Go out there, go kick some ass in the ring, but don't worry yourself with little people like me. I'm just a fan. I just want a picture with you. Calm down, dude. Enjoy life.
Kane is wide. Everyone's saying Kane.
He is wide.
And that's the whole thing. You seen that at one point he was real wide. His chest would read that big brown pride.
Yep.
And then now it just reads Bo Ride. He's just like this in jail right now. There is no brown pride right now. That hoe just says Bo Ride. And that's his ass right now, sitting in jail for attempted murder. And I don't want to put it on the man's sources. You know, everyone has a source nowadays, and they don't even have a damn source. They just put a source. I'm going to start putting source in everything. Sources say you get pulled over for tickets. Officer, my sources said that you shouldn't be around here right now, that you should let me get away with this. His source is going to give you a ticket, might even take your ass away. Let's get on to the rest of this here before we get out. 281-522-6336. Nobody wants the $20. No one's brave enough to try to get in.
I think I scared him off with trivia questions because I'm not making this easy.
No one's trying to get in on the free trivia, the free money. Earlier we talked about, Hugh Jackson. Check this out. Wherever there's a Hugh, there's something sketchy going on. Well, Hugh Jackson has a charity, and the numbers came out. The Hugh Jackson Foundation collected $158,000. Listen to these numbers. The Hugh Jackson Foundation collected $158,000 in 2019. It paid out $115,000 to its sole employee and spent another $15,000 on travel. It looks like they gave out, basically, out of all that Hugh Jackson Foundation, they gave out $4,000 back. Who do you think that sole employee is? Okay, first, here comes Hugh to defend himself from the Hugh Jackson Foundation Twitter. He says, what you failed to report is that is where the money came from. Hugh Jackson was the largest donor, and he personally donated over $75,000 of the funds. I personally donated for my salary back to the organization as well. Our records are clean. Well, at that point, everyone started blasting him because at that point, this is all types of illegal. This is fraud at this point. If he's the one that's getting that money, if the place made 180 whatever thousand and they're paying him back 115,000, but he's the one that's putting the money in there. He just said, I put 75%. What is this? Isn't this called like washing money?
Money laundering?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's some that could be really shady going on there. And This is not what Grambling signed up for. This is getting between the Art Briles hire, all this. Grambling did not sign up for this stuff. This could end up being a really, really bad situation at Grambling, which I feel like they have a really storied program, one of the oldest programs in history. I hope that they turn it around. I hoped that Hugh Jackson would be able to go in there and restore their former glory. I mean, I watched them come to TDECU and play U of H earlier this year at the beginning of the season and just got dog stomped. And usually they're at least a little bit competitive. But now this is looking real bad, and this hire is looking rough.
Shout out to Frank, new follower. Appreciate it. Thank you for checking us out. If you like what you hear every day from 1 to 2, Monday through Friday, weekdays, we're on. And this is what we do. We try to present it like this with a little twist, a little sports, a little dose of entertainment, a little bit of Hugh Jackson. Remember, not long ago, he came up in the Dolphins fiasco, and he opened up his mouth. Now he opens up his mouth again? What the hell is he doing?
This is becoming... Is he the Tiger King of football right now? Every time somebody goes... Like, that was the whole thing with Tiger King is, wait, there's more. Now more stuff is going to keep coming out about Hugh Jackson. It's always you thought that shit was crazy. Wait, there's more.
Anonymous sources is what Todd says. That's what I'm going to start using. Today, no matter what situation you're in, whether it's your wife says something, you're like, hey, anonymous sources told me. Use it, whatever. In every situation you can, just say, hey, a source told me. My source told me this. And see what kind of look and see how far that's going to get you. But this is as far as we could get you. And that's 2 o'clock and just a little bit of injury time, which is going to be marbles. We're going to throw out some more of these brackets. I want to see everybody get their bracket on. I want to see everybody have their chance to win. And I want to see that one person join me in Vegas. Next March Madness, we're going to throw it down. Whoever that one person is, it's going to go down. But for now, I got to get out of here, and I got to leave you in the hands of Aaron Raybold. So I'm Jerry Bowen. I got to sign off now. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for checking in. Peace.
All right, Odd Squad, let me get this race set up. We'll do one more race. And then we'll get out of here. We'll go check in on Barry and see what he's up to. All right, this one's called Devil's Chaos. Hell yeah, let's go run this one. Exclamation point play in the chat. Devil's Chaos. Ooh, this thing looks fancy and freaky. We're going to hell. Exclamation point play in the chat. Let's see. I'm feeling nice. It's a Tuesday. There's 33 all here. Thank you. First place, fifth place, second to last place. All three. First place, fifth place, and second to last place are all going to get extra brackets in the bracket contest. Exclamation point play in the chat. Let me check my little timer. Let's do it in a minute. 60 seconds from now. You got 60 seconds if you're in the other room. Run in there, put it in the chat. $40 seconds. Again, exclamation point play in the chat on Twitch if you're on YouTube. I see there's a couple y'all left over there. Carlos, if you're still over there watching, get your ass over to Twitch. Get in the chat, get you a marble. We'll run this race, and then we'll go check in on Barry. 20 seconds. There's 33 y'all in here. Only 12 y'all have signed up. Or 28 of y'all now. Only 12 of y'all have signed up to play. Exclamation point play in the chat. Get you a marble. I'm hitting play in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2. Let's do it. All right, let's race through the what was it, the Devil's Chaos. I need that laugh from Thriller. B. Hannon out front, JG not far behind him. Aggie Milkman's back there. JG's going through and got this little weird tossy-turny thing. Bill O'Brien's in second place. Aggie Milkman's out in first place now. Ooh, Donna just skipped ahead of the pack and took first place. Let's see if she can... Ooh. Aggie Milkman's now back in first. JG's in second. Ooh, Donna's taking him on. Ooh, Jimenez is gone. Bye, Jimenez. Aggie Milkman's now out in first. Donna, JG not too far behind. Let's see who's in fifth place as of right now. Forms is in fifth place. Aggie Milkman. Ooh, goodbye, Aggie Milkman. I don't think you're going to survive that fall. We got JG and Donna sitting there. Let's see. Let's see if we can see what happened with them. Hopefully neither one of them fall off, but we'll see how Aggie Milkman ended up just taking a ride to the death trap of... I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. This is like the devil's butt tube. What the hell? That looks weird. JG in first, Donna in second, Clue Patron in third. Ooh, now we're in the tunnel. Ooh, and JG goes, hits the wall. Donna's not far behind. Let's see who gets in the little... Ooh, Donna got real close. JG's going down through those little slides. Ooh, Donna's out in first. Let's see if she can hold it on. JG's not far away. Let's go check in on our fifth place racer. Clue Patron, Forms, TD Pookie. Somebody's... A couple of y'all battling out for fifth place right now. JG now jumps out in front of Donna. Oh, and he's going to go around and around and around and around. Donna's going up and around. Question is, where does she land? Woo! Ooh! Ooh! Donna got real close there to going over the edge and still ended up somehow. JG's still going around and around and around. Goodbye, Biggie. You fell off too. Donna's... Oh, man. Donna, you better buy some lottery tickets after all this. This is crazy. Your ball should have rolled over the edge about 1,000,000 times by now. Good Lord. Who's in second place? JG's still up there. Clue Patron's back there. Man, this might be Donna's race to lose now. Donna, you just got to pray that you don't hit one of these little these little golf tees that push you out. Ooh. I'm nervous for you, Donna. JG's still out there. I'm nervous for you, Donna. Let's see if you can get through it. Oh. JG's now. Oh, man. And Donna wins. Good job, Donna. That was the most insane race I have ever seen. I mean, we've only been doing this for, what, a month now? But good job, Donna. You're in first. Now we got to wait and see who comes in fifth place. JG's all the way back there in fifth currently. What are the odds of that? Good Lord. You got Forms in second. Clue Patron's not far behind. JG's in fourth and Pookie's in fifth. Oh, let's see who drops in. Ooh, Pookie gets fifth. So Donna gets the win. Pookie gets fifth and gets a bracket. Let's wait for Pellyrat and B-Hannon to get in this, and then we'll figure out who's second to last place that gets an extra bracket. Come on, B-Hannon, you're slow. What the hell is this? And you're stuck in the turbine of death. Pellyrat's in there. We are literally just waiting on you now. Nobody can go watch Barry on Deck until you're done. None of y'all better leave. All right, there we go. Let's see. Now we got Donna in first, Pookie in fifth, second to last place, Jimenez. Good job. Nicely done, guys. That was fun. I hope it ended your Tuesday show really well. Let's go raid Barry real quick. Let's see if we can do it. Let's start this raid and let's go. Y'all go check out Barry on Deck. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors. Everybody be here. Let's go see Barry.